Hi, I'm Brandon Kennedy.
And I'm Dana. We first met when we were in elementary school, but we didn't start dating until we were in college when we were freshmen in 2014. And we married still in college, 2017. And after a few years, we had our daughter, Novalie. She's 2.5 now. We waited quite a long time to have her. We were just kind of enjoying our time as a couple and really just experiencing life together before we adventured into parenthood. So that was a big adjustment when we decided to have her after 6 years of marriage. Just learning to adjust to having quality time together while still parenting, which is why we started to look into ReEngage.
We heard about ReEngage when we were attending the marriage getaway. They were doing the promo. We always thought about it and never really did it at first, but then after having our first daughter, we realized we just needed a way to reconnect with each other and grow our marriage. We felt like we weren't dedicating enough time to each other as husband and wife, and we're really needing something to rekindle that for us.
Yeah, I think throughout our marriage, our love languages had started changing and our expectations shifted, and we just struggled communicating with that to each other. So ReEngage was a good avenue for us to do that since we weren't making time to do that organically with each other.
ReEngage really challenges you as an individual, but also as a spouse. To get the most out of the experience, you really need to be as open and honest with yourself and to your partner. It brings out tough conversations that you need to have and should have. To get the most, you need to put your full effort into it.
Yeah, ReEngage, it requires you to recognize your own faults and focus on fixing those first, which can be really hard, especially if you're going into it playing the blame game. ReEngage just doesn't let you do that. So for me, it really forced me to confront my pride and look inward instead of outward.
ReEngage helped us to start communicating a lot better to each other very early into class. It just made you have these weekly connections to talk to each other and a dedicated time to go through the questions, and we just felt like we had a much stronger dynamic after it.
Yeah, I feel like once the ice was broken, we started having those open and transparent conversations. The hard conversations just felt a lot easier and brought us closer, and I feel like we both were more open to feedback and intentionally just giving each other the benefit of the doubt in conflict. And then, especially for me, I was quicker to apologize and apologize more frequently because I'm the one who tends to struggle doing that in our relationship. So it really helped me to humble myself to do those things. And I feel like something that I say and work a lot is that peace is not the absence of conflict, it's the resolution of conflict. And I feel like this class was a really tangible representation of the truth of that statement.
I would tell other couples who are considering taking ReEngage that you don't need to be going through anything to take the class. It's just a time for you to really re-engage and reconnect with each other. You're able to build better communications and habits for a stronger marriage.
Yeah, I think it's easy to say that you don't have the time. I think we said that for a long time before we finally bit the bullet, or to say that your struggles aren't a big deal. But the reality is that there's nothing more important than the health of your marriage. And the fruit of that solid marriage really trickles into every other part of life. So I think this class just reminded us that as husband and wife, we're being used by God to help our spouse become more like Christ-like. And I think that was a big eye-opener for us. We're raising a daughter, and we need to be the best versions of ourselves that we can, not just for each other, but for her too.
We're thankful for the opportunity to take ReEngage. It really gave us the tools that we needed to continue with our marriage with better communication and better habits. So I would say if you get the chance, check out ReEngage.